Hello and welcome. This is Savage Avengers number 24. And you know what's kind of funny? I was just reading Elvira over here, and they're talking about ancient Egypt and stuff, right? And what do we start with in this book? What is page one when we open it up? Which I'm so glad we didn't just get a wall of text on page one, right? That is already an improvement over a lot of Marvel books. So what do we get? Somebody rolling in here and carving a date on a sarcophagus. And that's like a relatively modern looking combat knife right there. So who could it be? I guess we'll find out, right? And we do find out over the course of the book. So we go from that to... Oh, look, there's the text. Who cares? Go from that to... Our hero's looking up at Kulangoth's floating fortress. He's taken over the minds of everybody. There's the priest of sickles who died but is back. He's like, His Excellency, Kulangoth! Oh, Shivagorth was a trap. We were not off Earth for very long, but Kulangoth did not need much time. These people have gone mad strange. Yeah, that's probably not a very good Conan. Kulangoth is looking awesome over here, right? So we get to a battle. And this is where my criticisms of this book are going to start. So if you've been hanging out on my channel for a while, you'll know I say things like, I wish this book would just do something. I wish this book would go somewhere. You know, I say things like that. I wish something would happen. Well, we have something happening here. We really do. And as we go on, over the next couple of pages, more stuff happens. Yeah, he's shooting eye lasers out. And some more stuff happens. And then, before we get to actually see the fight, I just want to show, we are not very far in this book. The fight's over. We're not even to the staple yet. And the battle is over. And we're having to deal with, the aftermath of the battle. 20 years later or whatever. And I just whacked the cable on my microphone on my headset here because I'm a professional. And that's what you do when you're a professional. So it's kind of a bummer. We get this big fight, right? It's like the Infinity Gauntlet battle. You've got a nearly omnipotent being rolling into town. You get all of Earth's mightiest heroes together. And what are they going to do? The correct answer is whoop the villain's butt. But of course, we skip all of that. And it's a real downer. I wouldn't have minded. I would not have minded if most of the rest of this issue had been devoted to that battle, to the efforts going in it, and once the heroes started seeing how the battle was going. I don't feel bad about spoiling the fate of the battle, because that happened before the staple. The rest of the meat of the book is actually after the staple, when a lot of crazy stuff happens. And I knew exactly, at some point when I was reading this, in fact, I think when I was flipping through it on stream last night, I think, I realized exactly where this party was going to go. And it went exactly where I thought it was going to go, which was pretty cool. Glad I called it. But I wouldn't have minded, some of the previous issues of Savage Avengers, we could have, took 2 or 3 issues and just slapped them together, and it would have improved the series. You would not have lost anything. We would have picked up the pace. This issue opens up with the promise of a gigantic super battle. And then it does not give it to us. Absolutely doesn't. There is no gigantic super battle. There is nothing of the sort. It just ends. We could have used a lot more gigantic super battle. It would have felt really good to have more gigantic super battle. But we didn't get it. So we skip the gigantic super battle, we go to the aftermath, we build our plot line. The stuff that happens in the rest of the issue, I'm not knocking what happens in the rest of the issue. I think that stuff should have all been issue 25, where we spend an issue living in Kulangoth's post-apocalyptic world, seeing what things are like, instead of summarizing it in 3 panels. You could have stretched that section out into like 8 pages or something, and it would have been super juicy, and it would have really like set the stage. You know, like this issue could have been the final victory of Kulangath, and then issue 25 could be the world of Kulangath or something. And I think that all would have flowed really, really well. It would have had good pacing, and you could have still ended on the same note that this ended on, which is the Hulk watch right here from Citizen Eco Drive. Oh man. So I kind of liked this issue. There was a lot of stuff I really liked in this issue. I'm going to flip back to one of the battle pages here. See, I think I showed this spread off, right? So I'll just put this here. Like, as the battle's getting started, and there's like so much promise here. The battle's getting started. We're throwing in X-23, Captain America, She-Hulk, Cyclops, telekinetic people, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor. You know, we're like throwing a lot of dudes here. Captain America throws his shield. He catches it, takes a bite of the vibranium. Like, that just says, oh man, we are going to have a great battle. And then that great battle was just ripped away from us before we could experience it. It was a major bummer. And those are my thoughts on Savage Avengers 24. I think there was a lot more potential for something really awesome than what we actually got in the book. And that kind of sucks. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Sure, hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.